Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to the Onward VR Master League. My name is NightFiree with 2 E's. I am here with my co-caster, Todd Haberkorn. How are you doing today, sir?
Oh, pretty good. How about you?
I'm excellent, man. I'm looking forward to our matchup today. Stone Cold Killers and Ember, 2 teams that have been in the league for a bit. They are somewhat seasoned. They have faced off against each other once in Season 6. Stone Cold Killers took that one pretty handedly. But we'll see. This is a silver and bronze matchup today. And I don't know. What are you anticipating? I don't know what to expect based off of history.
Well, just off of what I know, Stone Cold Killers have always been a really well-developed team. They do have that team aspect. They're not the greatest, but they are unified in that sense.
Yeah,
and so
deservingly of their silver rank.
they're very deservingly of their silver rank. Ember, I haven't played yet, so I don't know.
Okay.
But we will find out today.
Yeah, absolutely we will. I think odds are leaning in the favor of Stone Cold Killers. And I guess we should hop into our pick ban since this game is going to be getting underway pretty shortly. Just taking a look at the pick bans we have today, coming in from, who is that? Miracle Dev Squad. That is
SCK.
Stone Cold Killers. It is Tanker. And coming from Ember, it is Cargo. So 2 close quarter maps getting pulled off the board. Leaves open some of the long range ones, Downfall and Quarantine. Curious what we'll see today. What are you anticipating?
I think we're going to see good plays from both sides. Both teams, like I said, they both work together, or well together, I should say. I'm sorry. But aside from that, these newer teams that I usually see, they usually like these shorter range maps because they haven't developed their full tactics. So the fact that they're choosing to force themselves to play these long range maps is rather unprecedented, but a welcome one.
Yeah, I do agree with you on that. You're absolutely right. Usually we do fall into the suburbia cargo sort of situation where we're just constantly close quarter trades, fast action, fast paced, which I don't hate. You know, I'm not going to complain against some good quality quick action, but yeah, it definitely gets a bit more interesting when you extend things. And we are going to be kicking it off onto our first map, Quarantine. So we are going to be kicking it. I like Quarantine just because it is a mix of the range that we're talking about, but also does have the opportunity for some close range, tight maneuvers, you know?
Oh yeah, very much so. You got long streets that are just open and rooftops, and you also got buildings which require fast reflexes, good nade calls, and good call outs. So you got the whole shebang here.
What objective are we kicking this off with?
We are kicking this off with garage,
Okay.
or gas station, as some would call it. It's a very, I would say this is more of a close range objective here, mainly because you've got so many buildings that provide excellent cover that you really can't get picks from long range that easily unless you got people making a really wide defense.
Yeah, absolutely. And I think this map itself, I mean, this objective itself leads to very fast action if you get that south spawn. Teams can just come in so fast and crash in with smokes and be crossing the south street really early by ambulance. It can be quick chaos, so could expect some fast plays from these teams. I could see Stone Cold Killers going for something quick like that against Ember here.
Very much so. Get all the smokes out, get the flashes going, get the tablet out, and just cap city.
Absolutely. We're just waiting on a few more members to hop in here. I guess it's a good time as any to break down the team rosters. Taking a look at Stone Cold Killer's full roster, it is Miracle Dev, Beyond Infinity, Defilade, Dr. Sean, Enigma, and Potato Bot. Over on Ember, it is Rob, Hailfire, High Vortex, Milkman, Quokka, Riley, Quika, Riley, SliderCon, and Switch 201. Okay, I feel like I've heard somebody say Quika before, but maybe that's Buxton and he says names differently. So, I don't think I have you in the scene. Well, lovely people can't hear you as we wait for this round to kick off, just for a short second. Have no fear, Todd. The words will not fall on deaf ears any longer.
Talking to me.
I'm not a madman, I promise.
He says that. We're still waiting.
For killers. They have 20 minutes of luxury time, I guess, to set up their team and get them organized. But they have a solid 6. So they do have that option to bring in a sub if they need to. But I guess they need 4 more people first.
It's the luxury of having a complete roster of 8 people. Always coverage. Being able to also...
Looking at the stats, if you guys... Sorry, Todd, for cutting you off. If you want to take a look at all these stats that we have available, they're all on the website, vrmatchleague.com/onward. You can go to the matches, click on the match, and it is an extensive list of information. The win percentage of both teams, Quarantine 1 going heavily in favor of Ember here, 71% win rate to a 53 win rate of Stone Cold Killers, so...
You can see why Ember decided to ban Cargo. A 60% win rate for Stone Cold Killers on Cargo.
Yeah.
That's pretty good.
It's pretty good. These guys don't... Ember doesn't have a terribly large map pool to go off of. But, I mean, out of all the maps they've played, 14 maps on Quarantine. Yeah, this is definitely Ember's map pick, if I had to say so. If I was guessing.
Yeah, probably. And we also know that Tanker has been banned by Stone Cold Killers. And if we look at their stats, they only have a 29% win rate there. So it's probably a very defensive ban.
I know I see that round. I don't know if... Your UI is as bugged as mine, but I see a round timer ticking down.
Oh, I do, yes. We are currently 3 minutes and 26 seconds left in the game, and no one has spawned in.
Yeah, the UI is going to be a little bit janky here. We do have a new patch coming out, 1.5. Has cleaned up quite a bit, but also gunked up a few of the bugs in the system. Say, okay, we can cut to our beautiful overlays that we have enabled for this sort of situation here, and we'll patiently wait for this lobby to fill up. I am looking forward to this matchup. I think, you know, Stone Cold Killers are definitely the favored team here, but this first match, Ember's starting on Volk, and I'm thinking it's actually with Stone Cold Killers map choice. That could be bad news for Stone Cold Killers.
Very much so. There's a lot of strategic in just the meta game itself.
Yeah.
With the map choices, map bans, who to even put in, especially like for Ember, who have a full-blown 8-person roster. They can cycle people out based on who's strong on what map and who's not.
Yeah, and I guess we can now finally talk about the active rosters for today. Hailfire, well, how do you want to say that? JH, G-O, I don't know. Switch, Vortex, and Milkman on Ember. For Stone Cold Killers, Enigma, Defilade, SS, Beyond Infinity, Potato Bot, and a Miracle Dev. Standard, I think, that squad.
All very strong players on both sides.
side
Even
of
though
the map. What was that?
Well, even though we do have both teams filled up here, we haven't really started the map yet. They're probably planning pretty hard here.
I mean, I hate to highlight the unfortunate, but neither one of these teams has won a map or won a series yet in this season. So they're definitely hungry to get at least one win onto their record. But, you know, and I guess in Stone Cold Killer's case, it wouldn't be too bad. They've only played 2 games. But Ember, this is their 5th game of the season already.
Yeah, Ember's gotta put together something in order to pull off a win here. The MMR has already been generated for them, so really can only go up from here, can they?
Yeah, that is true. Well, I don't know. I guess if you lose this map, you're really in trouble.
Well, I think one thing that we didn't really highlight on here is that MMR and winning are relatively separate entities. You can get MMR even when you lose, depending on who you play against and whatnot.
Yeah. And actually, it does look like we are going to be hopping into this round. Our timer is completely broken, but we'll just have to go off of it, Todd. It's going to require some excellent observational skills on our end. We hop into round number 1 of map 1. Stone Cold Killers versus Ember, kicking things off.
Very much so. As I look at my clock here to actually give you guys a real timer here.
6:20, right? 6:15?
I'm East Coast.
No, I meant the actual time on the...
Yes, it was 6:15 when you said that, yes.
Okay. So maybe this timer is accurate. I think it could be like 30 seconds behind based off of how it started, but it's all right, folks. Just pay attention to the action. Vortex just way up into that burning building, and it looks like they had a crater spawn.
Yeah, crater spawn going on here. We have 2 members of Stone Cold pushing up onto this junkyard building here, trying to see if they can get peaks, or picks, I should say. I'm sorry. Well, peek and pick, for that matter. But trying to see if they can narrow down that defense that's hanging out in that burning building over there.
Yeah, I'm gonna try and cause a little distraction, maybe dump some smokes out, focus their efforts over towards ambulance potentially. They do need to take some control of that south side for this objective. And if they can take burning building, they're actually in really good shape. So I don't know. This defense is been identified. The one guy they have in burning is there, and now he's dead. Defilade finds the shots.
He's down.
Expert callouts and expert shots from Stone Cold Killers there, making the map lean in their favor, or the round, I should say.
Middle burning.
That's a huge pick, because now they can push in on there. I'm going to take a quick gander up at that top north area. Who is that up there? Looks like Hailfire is looking for some action. He may be able to cut off 3 here. Stone Cold Killers trying to make their move north.
Thing is, he's one man.
Yeah,
That's
first
3, and
floor,
it
no
doesn't
flex
work in his
apartments I
favor.
missed.
Oblivious to Enigma, who had shifted far around those palm trees, kind of stayed camouflaged in there and was waiting for him to peek out. This is not looking good for Ember. Stone Cold Killers, they can really move and take control of this middle of the map.
Yeah, the center basically becomes a forward operating base, especially for this objective, because then you can just launch smokes and do whatever you want with the enemy team. Cap, kill, you name it.
Look at this. They got the smokes out. They're going to take control of ambulance. They're going to try and shift their way over to the south. Maybe get a guy up on plane wing. Or they're going to take that short route and just go straight. It's a lot riskier if you take this route and you go in this open street that Potato's thinking about charging down. But he has it, man. Ember does not have a good line of sight. They're just staying tucked on objective. They're waiting for Stone Cold Killers to try and come in for a cap.
Yeah, they're trying to play that close range game. They know that Stone Cold Killers are great shots, put it that way. They want to draw them in into something that's a bit more on their playing ground. Just hasn't been working for them lately. Have some action about to happen here. Potato and Deflate are Deflate's looking for a peek here. He's pre-firing a corner there, but it's really...
Ooh. Yeah, they tried to have that LMG fire distract. I wonder if they knew Milkman was there. I mean, Potato was peeking that corner, looking right at him, but Milkman must have heard those footsteps, dialed in, and got those quick shots. That's pretty rare. Usually you see the peeker pick the win there.
Seems like definitely just trying to pre-fire anything that he possibly can, or at least cause a distraction, but no Ember members at anywhere where his lead is going.
That wall is a pretty standard spot, though. Usually you do have guys trying to check this far south angle, but no one's there. They're kind of tucked into the... they're tucked in hard into the gas station.
Milkman here. He's looking the other way from Defilade. Who will see each other first here is the real question.
Milkman's pretty well covered. I think Defilade knows he's there because he's smart and pays attention to where he knew that Potato was going to take that lane. He knew Potato's dead. So he's making some assumptions here, but he has his eyes pretty well trained.
Milkman peeking. Doesn't get it off.
I got one south side.
Oh, but it's a trade.
Yeah.
I'm down.
Yeah, I was going to say, I think they both... I didn't see Milkman aiming over there. Enigma, though, is making the move. He's behind two. Goes in for the reload. Can't. Geo catches him out, and he sees one pushing in. Pad out on the corner. Catches him in the back. He gets picked up by the last member of Stone Cold Killers, Beyond Infinity. And a much closer round than maybe necessary, but Stone Cold Killers take it.
Yeah, Stone Cold Killers, they were dominant off the start there, but eventually as they kind of moved in there, kind of started losing people on their side, but luckily able to get the final picks toward that end there.
That was hectic. I don't know what happened on that on that west side. He had two Volk. He was looking at two Volk right in the back, and I think he ran out of ammo and went to go reload and got downed. Really unfortunate for him, but Stone Cold Killers hanging on, grabbing the win. I wonder if my scoreline is totally messed up, but at least I can see Ember's KD.
We had two drops from Stone Cold Killers right now. It looks like only Enigma, Defilade, and
no, it hits your. That's the my UI is bugged too. If you hit enter, you can see the lobby's full. We're just waiting for them to fire that next round.
Whoops.
Yep. Everything's a bit funky in 1.5. A few things are funky in 1.5. I think personally the game looks a little bit sharper. It seems to be running a little bit smoother for me. I'm wondering if anybody is noticing that in the cast, but either way, a nice little way to kick off the round. Stone Cold Killers converging in on that objective there, but ultimately not being able to pull it off. I think the lack of utility is what hurt him. They had smokes on the corner. He might have been able to cap underneath the smoke. Or if he had charged around the corner and kept inside that garage, who knows what could have happened there for Stone Cold Killers. Either way, take the round, and now they're going to go on the defensive, but they have blue above their head, so try not to get too confused here. Volk are blue names today for this round.
Stone Cold is blue. We'll just go that.
Okay, there you go.
Stone Cold is defending. Ladies and gentlemen, this is the new setup.
We're testing our audience right now and their game knowledge. Are you savvy enough to know that the Volk are black? The Volk are always in black, and the Marsoc are always in desert camo.
There will be an open notes quiz at the end of this, guys, so be prepared.
Definitely has gotten up into a pretty forward position. He has all sorts of eyes here.
Definitely, that wall provides so much cover, and it's interesting because your head on Volk can kind of camouflage in with that rebar.
Oh yeah.
It's a great peeking position.
Dark. Volk camo coming into play there. Looks like Ember have gone with 3 up the middle and 2 split, a little bit different than Stone Cold Killers. See how that works out for them. I kind of like the center push on this objective because I'm just seeing, based off of both these defenses from these teams, this burning building position is very weak.
Yeah, we saw that in the first round, just immediately getting picked once eyes locked. But definitely, he recognizes that, and he's looking by that wall there. It's not someplace that people normally look. It's kind of against meta, but
Yeah.
it's in the meta. And he's seeing people he's shooting. Down's Hellfire there. We're seeing Deflate's genius here.
Yeah. Iron sights too, nonetheless.
I would clap, but I don't want to deafen people.
Oh, Enigma! I was just highlighting his position there as you were chatting about that center point. He's up there on the plane wing, and he's grabbed himself a shot into the center, into that center bazaar area. He's confirming that he has a great angle. And I think that's the difference between Stone Cold Killer's defense and Ember's, is that they put a guy up here on plane wing.
Definitely. We only saw...
The West Wing?
We didn't see anyone from Ember go on plane wing. We actually saw another Stone Cold Killers last round go on plane ring and try to find picks, so...
Just double
Definitely utilizing that specific point. I wonder if Ember is going to realize that at all.
You got one just push far south.
All sorts of fire going out. Miracle Dev denying the cross of this south street. And then one more over here by Potato. I'm not sure if Potato knows there's a second enemy here. Vortex, and he's gonna dump some smokes. This should alert him out of position. Drops back, and
down. He's down. -3.
Catches that far south rotation out. Now it is all up to Vortex. 1v5.
Stone Cold Killers have just been dominant in their defense here. Not a single person has gone down on their team. Looking.
Gotta get that burning building rubble defender down first.
Yeah, that's a Defilade. If he looks back, he'll be able to catch it, and he is looking back, and he catches it.
A solid angle, man, to be tucked in right there. I like that position, and then I like also tucking in to this plane wing area. You can also kind of get up on these rocks right here and get a little extra height. All sorts of little things you can utilize in this game, and people find all sorts of unique positions. Just the other day, Todd, I learned about the ability to climb on top of this rock. I had no idea you could get on top of it. My entirety of playing this game, 2 years, I never knew you could get up there.
Really?
Yeah, man.
That's I don't personally. I wouldn't do that. I feel like you just become more exposed.
I guess the idea is you get lines of sight over the walls, and you can potentially catch people rotating from APC over to APC over the wall.
That's
Yeah,
it's
it's
actually pretty good. You get to look over the angles too.
Yeah, it's a pretty dirty angle, but you're right. It's very risky, and I just learned about that the other day. People are always looking for new spots, and I mean, it's not to say like nobody's done that spot until. I mean, maybe people are using it now, but I just love seeing little tweaks happen in the game, and then people find all sorts of new places to go.
If you're just tuning in, you are currently watching NightFiree gives away G-Man's tactics.
Yeah.
And also, if you also just tuned in and you saw an Ember win screen that I did, at least on mine, that is not true. Stone Cold Killers did take that round, making it 2-0. Whoop. Yes, we did. I hope they haven't started it without us. I feel left out. So far, SCK has been completely dominant. Flawless defense on the last one too, which is remarkable. Very easy to get picked on this map, but they held their positions and they executed flawlessly. Uh-oh, what? I wonder what was wrong. I was doing everything that should make it slightly normal. So let's see. Stone Cold Killers.
Thank you for dealing with us as we have these tech difficulties. We're just trying to hash out some things. We've had a lobby remake, and I think we're gonna have to do it again. Looks like the objectives aren't changing up, so we'll cut to a brief oh no, we're not. We'll just keep hanging out here as we get this sorted out.
Did they message you anything about what's going on? This is truly weird.
It's the new update 1.5. The lobbies are not changing.
Objectives. That is a no bueno in the league. That'd be no fun for anyone.
Yeah, it is a unfortunate bit of bugginess.
I'd imagine after this we might see a lot more teams choose to go on the 1.4 route. I'd see some old school Onward.
We do have an upcoming match tonight, G-Men versus Blaze. That'll be on 1.4, so hopefully we have a smooth operating matchup later tonight.
Very much so. And for those of you who aren't familiar with the league but do know with the new update, there are some rules that are in place with regarding the new weaponry and the new maps. So for the first 2 weeks of this new update, while stuff gets sorted out, we will be investigating the balance of the launchers, I believe. Like the grenade launchers, the RPG, the flare gun, any new weapon that has been introduced to this game will not be used for the first 2 weeks of the league. So you won't be seeing that action just yet, but I can't wait for it to come in.
Yeah, it's definitely going to spice up the league a little bit.
There's nothing more satisfying than going with the underbody tube and just completely destroying someone with it.
Are you in a lobby with people in it?
I am currently not. Are you in a lobby with people in it?
Nope, we're just patiently waiting for these tech difficulties to get sorted out, I think.
Well, I guess while we wait for this, we can talk more about the update. What do you think about Uplink Assault? You think that'd be something we'll see more of?
I don't know. I don't think Uplink is... I think its current state, it is very... it's an interesting game mode. I think it has some balancing things that are going to get hashed out. But... I think they're trying to get the lobby up and we're not...
They might be. So when I say we, I mean Riot, my team, Scrim Global Chem, we eventually did a gentleman's agreement and chose to do a locked pub lobby and gentleman agreement to not look at the VR headset. So that might be what's going on.
Gold.
Always fun. I suppose you can't do what you did on the Cats and Hats stream, which was go to a fireplace and serenade us with your sweet, sweet voice.
And there's no lobby up to do so.
Yeah. I just got word from Hailfire, that they will be making the lobby again. So hopefully
Yes.
we can get some quality content to you guys really soon.
Get up.
At least as high quality as we can. We do apologize that it's a little bit below what we would consider our standard. But we do
No,
want to bring
it's-
you these amazing games.
Fine, we can't control the new bugs or issues that are in the patch. I'm just thankful that this new lobby isn't the same objective that that we
Yeah.
remade. I got a little bit concerned there for a second that we'd have another of the objectives there, but I think we're okay.
Yeah. I'll take the scores here really quickly. You'll see that pop up there. And then paste.
Sorry for that. Trying to get the replays to you guys, and that was good.
So now we have courtyard objective. Another pretty capable one since it's right next to that garage fixture again. We can smoke and hide in there and quickly get the cap if they memorize the code beforehand. However, it's surrounded by walls, which makes it very defendable by Volk. It's really crucial to take your time, try to find these picks, and especially take rooftops, because then you can peer over those walls.
Yeah, that north roof area is key, and I think you can get a fast spawn. They are finally kicking off this round, so we don't have to wait any longer, thankfully. We'll be diving in to round number 3 of the first map in our new patch.
Very much so. And once again, we thank all of our viewers who powering through this as long as we are. We really appreciate that.
Vortex taking a tucked in position to burning building there. At bottom floor. 2 going middle, 3 going far north.
One's really pushing up on that north by the brick wall. That's Enigma.
He's rightfully afraid of somebody up on that hilltop. Sometimes with this spawn, you can rush somebody up there to take control of that northern roof.
You don't have to be afraid in reality, though, because there's no one up there.
Okay. Yeah, Ember is forfeiting that entire rooftop. Interesting. Kind of focusing their attention a little bit more on the west and bottom floor. Like, yeah, they're basically waiting for Stone Cold to push in on objective.
It's a good tactic, given that if you can get Stone Cold to basically move in close to them, they seem to pull off a little bit of a lead. It wasn't really a lead at all, but they made some major progress when Stone Cold was engaging Ember at short range, so they could be drawing on that.
Little musical singing out of JH over here, trying to keep things light. focused. I don't think that timer I have above the clock is right. There's gotta be more than 2 minutes left on the clock, right?
Yeah, I'd imagine so. We'll keep an eye on that. I did not catch the time
Yeah, I didn't
when the
either.
round actually started, so please ignore.
There. Go outside. Got you.
Miracle Dev. About to push up to that roof finally and see, along with Beyond Infinity, they're about to take that high ground and see if they can capitalize on it and get some good quality picks, as we've seen from Stone Cold Killers throughout the game so far.
I don't know if he has any angles. Everyone's pretty tucked in. Everyone's bottom floor. Nobody's on two-story. Nobody's exposing themselves. Oh, except for that one little peek on the wall side. Center. That is so risky. You should have just stayed tucked into that corner. Who would... Switch. Yeah, it is. He's looking for some picks there after that smoke came out.
Interestingly enough, Bug, it says that you're playing in the game, NightFiree.
I am live and in there. Hacking my way to success.
Well, good luck, and don't cheat.
Definitely blind firing there. Trying to find a little distraction, maybe. Drawing some eyes over to his position here in the center. Wonder why you do that blindly, though.
Yeah, kind of just gives away the position and doesn't really do anything to help your team.
Yeah, I don't know why. And then to do that and then move up, like you're saying, "Hey, I'm here," and then you move. Very risky. Smoke's coming out colored. Red smoke there.
He's extremely reliant on his coverage from a rooftop. We're about to see definitely an eye Vortex here. Maybe counter here if Vortex decides to come out of his little room there.
Then you see a Potato Bot decides to make his move up into that middle burning building. He's going to get there. Vortex should catch him out underneath the stairs. He does.
We'll definitely go off the information of hearing the silenced weapon at close range.
I don't know if you heard it. There are also shots over by Enigma.
I know.
Oh, he's going to move over to that same area too. Will he fall victim? Oh, no, he's not. He's on the other side of the wall. My bad.
Milkman catches
One
that
down,
west
one
maneuver
west side, sorry.
out of Enigma. It's going to shut that whole operation down, and it's going to focus the three up over here on burning building.
Definitely moving, yeah, definitely moving in here, but he falls victim to the same exact trap. Not really working off the information that he had. Miracle Dev should know exactly what Vortex is.
I think there was a little team fire out of Beyond Infinity as he pushed up to objective and exposed himself to Switch, who did catch him out.
Three down, let's
Vortex
go.
gets three
That's
at
1 to
burning
2.
building, finishing the round for Stone Cold Killers. And they go up 3-0.
You know, I'm not a big fan of the one-trick pony, even though I am one, but that seems to work.
I was low-key.
Shouldn't hear post-death comms, but I heard one there and it said I was low-key shaking, so kind of funny. The heat of the moment definitely getting to the team. Stone Cold Killers picking it off very strongly on Quarantine. And oh man, Ember needs to step it up here. They need to get themselves on the board.
Definitely so. I think they just did.
Did they win that round? I thought Stone Cold
They
Killers
won.
did.
I'm sorry. I'm updating the scores as of right now for you and for your viewing pleasure. There you go.
This is a Are you sure?
I am looking at. Yeah, Beyond
Okay.
Infinity died.
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
There's 4 dead for Stone Cold Killers. Okay. Man, this is
How
gonna be.
dare you
we gotta
doubt
pay
me.
attention, man. Because
How
it'll
dare
show, as I think it said, Stone Cold Killers won for me too.
Yeah, no, it showed that, but I know that
Okay.
Vortex is on Ember, and he just got 3 kills.
Well, the colors aren't switching either, so it's just really.
Yeah.
confusing.
The game hates us, ladies and gentlemen. The game hates us. It's unleashing its wrath against us.
2-1. Revised score there. Stone Cold Killers losing that last round to Ember, and we are now kicking off round number 4 of map 1.
And don't worry, I'm about to write down this match start time so we can keep track of it later.
Might phone into you in a little bit and see
3:02.
what it's at, because right now it says 3 minutes, and that's certainly not right.
Yes, the match started at exactly 3:02, and we've already got shots going off in the first 15 seconds.
I'm moving south right now. I'm moving.
Oh my gosh, this is just going against everything in my brain. Ember are on offense. They are not Volk. The colors are mixed. Enigma is defending. They are Volk. Remember the jerseys. The quiz is later. It's very complex. And look at this, the rock position coming in handy here as he peeks up over the wall, looking for anybody exposing themselves in that corner.
Yeah, they
Yeah,
might
he
have
is
gone around on
perching
the
himself
dunes. I
there.
can't
He's
see
using the
that.
rock as cover, so he's not standing exactly on top of it, which is a smart move, given the fact that all the
Yeah,
offense
somebody's got to make sure they watch where gas station
coming
is. the
from...
gap there.
Won't be able to see him because he's actually covered by that ambulance, actually, is what I meant.
That's a nice spot here.
You can thank
certain all five
NightFiree for
himself.
making that information public.
Ruining spots in season 1, man.
Global look
Yeah,
out.
they're on that dune, very backside.
Defilade has spotted out that south rotation on the far dune.
Very south dune, southeast
I think
dune.
that switch way
Right, yeah,
back
they'll be
there.
able to see you if you cross. You might want to throw some smoke down.
Smoke coming out from them, yes. There's 3 of them on that,
Yeah,
On
you look
the,
pretty
the
good.
far dune
I
here,
would
it's,
crossfire you guys. I'd go.
Vortex, Hailfire, and JHO5.
Hellfire going in through that gap in their smoke. He gets picked off. Milkman trying to plug the holes in that. They cross successfully, but once they get here into the ambulance, will they keep being able to keep going? No, Enigma catches a nice double. Vortex tucks himself up against that car and buries himself into the smoke.
Launches another. Is he going to try to cross or is he going to try to kill here? Question. Looks like he's going to try to kill.
Oh my
and
gosh.
he gets it.
Waiting for Vortex to spot him out on the ambulance. He had so many chances to see him there. Finally catches him. Still though, Ember into a 2v4 now. Defilade's gonna come up here. He finds one quick with those iron sights.
Wizard at that, man.
I got one.
He gets that. Gets to use those extra points however he pleases. That can be scary at times. Defilade's choosing not to enforce that position rather than collapse back onto objectives. Actually, kind of a smart move.
Miracle Dev's behind Vortex. Has an easy shot in the back, picks it up. That is a round for Stone Cold Killers. Correct?
Yes, it is.
Okay. Trying to...
This game has got NightFiree tripping, guys.
Yeah, man, this is a tough one to keep track of. Stone Cold. I mean, it says Ember wins. My colors are mixed up. This is why I have you, Todd. This is why I need you, man. I need the brains of the operation.
James, please fix.
Yeah, that'd be great. But
We know that he is.
Yeah, some great. I mean, I don't know if you've noticed, but I've caught some fantastic right eye shots here. Definitely improvements being made. You can actually see a hollow sight on a scope now. It's like the first time.
Yes, very much so.
Really quite nice.
It's,
He does a lot to help us deliver a quality esport to you guys. Let's just double check here. Do we have mixed up a new objective?
We have the courtyard again.
That was the first round, though. That was the first round.
That was the first round, yes.
Oh, man. I'm really getting mixed up on this series, dude. Ooh.
Hang in there with me, Knight.
Was it the first round? It's 3-1.
No, the first round was the other garage that was by gas station.
Okay. I believe you, man. I believe in you.
2 there, and then it stayed there, and then we did this whole map jumping thing, and
Look what I've become without the assistance of our beautiful, beautiful UIs from James.
Oh, there we go.
A mess. It's all good. Now things are looking normal. Ember on the defense. The colors are appropriate. Sending one up north who's going to run into the entirety of Stone Cold Killers in their quick spawn.
the match start time was 4:20.
Round number 5 of map 1. Early shots. Beyond Infinity catches that north defender. And yeah, you have to be ready for this early north spawn. You have to check it at least.
Yeah, very much so. You gotta be able to entrench yourself against walls and just really want to look for the cause. You're not really looking to get the picks unless they're really exposing themselves, but it seems to be that I think Ember has been a little greedy in trying to get those picks.
I feel like that north guy wasn't even looking north though. He was kind of in a different, he had a different angle, but does get caught out. Lesson learned, I suppose. And now Enigma getting dangerously close to objective. He's within easy nade range. Lob one over that wall and find 2.
Smoke going over the Sarlacc pick, as Sleepy affectionately refers to it. Star Wars nerd he is. Will they use that, though, to move up? It's not in the most strategic position. It uses enough to be able to cover a move back down on the other side of the nade, or the.
I got one. Headshot.
A sniper shot from Defilade, using that 12 times and a silencer on this bridge. Catches one on the rubble, opens up the way for Enigma to make his way into that cockpit.
Ember's defense is looking a little weak here. Will they be able to be superior in their close range combat skills against
It's only got 3 of them.
Stone Cold Killers?
It's gonna get bad for Ember here if they keep holding the position that they are and they let this west push, this west Stone Cold Killers rotate around here. Catch Hellfire in the back. Vortex is tucked in. But then if Hellfire goes down, they're really gonna lose Burning quick, I think.
Yeah, very much so. And Beyond Infinity is beginning to make that flank, albeit very slowly. He might get a pick. Nah, now it's getting smoked out, so he probably won't see anybody. But it does allow for him to complete that encirclement and completely catch Ember on its flank.
Ooh, he quick peeks Hellfire. G-Ho goes down near objective. That's not how you say it. I don't know how to say that. JH, I guess, will go.
Beyond Infinity is moving into objective, but he doesn't get there in time as the last member of Ember goes down. Stone Cold Killers takes the match, and I wonder if I have to enter it in order to get the win in the game. But I'll do it anyways. 4-1.
Staying true to the history of their matchup in Season 6, where Stone Cold Killers took it 12-3. Starting off things in a similar ratio, 4-1 on Quarantine. And this was historically Ember's winning map, so interesting to see Stone Cold able to take it like that.
Yeah, definitely a statement off the beginning there. Definitely get into your head a little bit. It looks like that we are having a map reset here, or a lobby reset, I should say.
Yep. This is going to be Serbia for a second map.
And if I'm not mistaken, this is Ember's pick, right?
That should be.
Because Ember was
Yeah.
defending on the last one, so yes, this is Ember's pick. And I think it's a good pick because Ember, I feel, played their best The enemies were within talking range. That being said, Stone Cold Killers really affectionate with their smoke. Definitely probably see some caps going on here. I don't know if I'm gonna see it on the hands of Ember, but I'm gonna make a bold prediction. Say I'm gonna at least see one cap from Stone Cold Killers. I'm not gonna say though that Ember is gonna lose. I think they can. But Stone Cold Killers, the way they played and how they played together as a team and being able to complete these encirclements like clockwork, they've got some good stuff on their hands. They've got some good cards to play. Definitely be very interesting to see how this goes.
Not seeing any subs coming in for either one of the squads. Like we have same roster line. Unless Ember are spraying in someone right now. I think I actually do have a sub coming in from team. Rob 888. Unless he was in last round, I didn't notice. I think he is a sub, not sure for who though. Active roster now for Ember is Switch, Vortex, Milkman, Hellfire, and Rob.
Yeah, Ember probably employing some people who are better on this map, these close range maps. Try to see if they can get themselves a map win here and keep themselves in this game.
Yeah, they definitely need to answer back after losing what we thought would be a map in their preference. I guess looking at this one, the percentage of Stone Cold Killers 44%, 27% comparatively. Ember seemingly not having a ton of luck on this map, but maybe some roster changes or something like that have affected their decision making. I guess we'll find out as we dive right on in. Round number 1 and map 2.
Alright, good luck, guys. Have fun. Communicate. Be fluid. Like water. Have a high viscosity on the other side.
Stone Cold Killers about to
Let's call them out. Let's get them.
4-0.
Formulate their defense here. Some words of encouragement, and then they are off. The game time being 5. I think that was actually
Yeah, I think
correct
that was
this
right.
time.
Yeah.
But Ember's choosing to go up on the lane 1 here. Smoke's already out. Smoking out beyond infinity, almost rendering him useless unless he repositions. Smoke's everywhere.
Yeah, they are heavily smoking this approach. What they haven't done is smoked out Miracle Dev's position. If he holds, he may be able to catch one beyond infinity. He catches 2 as they expose themselves in that long lane there. The smoke just not going quite far enough.
Yeah, no, the smoke placement is equally as crucial as the master game plan.
More dedication from Miracle Dev. He was concerned about someone pushing on the other side, maybe unaware of that Hellfire and Milkman are here, but Enigma is not unaware as he... Wow, that is an insane angle to be holding.
Mighty
and
God, I'm
looking
not
for
sure.
that little change in the pixel underneath the shrub.
Very much so, but these guys have been around in the league long enough to know to look for these things. Milkman. Had his tablet out there before. I don't know if he knows that he's not really in the most capable position here.
Fatal Black catches another Ember push over there on that east side, and now it's all up to Milkman. You can find the res on the Vortex potentially, but not any longer as Beyond Infinity confirms it. Here's the comms, and it is all up to Milkman. And a 1v5.
He's making a lot of noise behind that house. I'm pretty sure he's probably been called out by now. He's opting to go a different route than what would be obvious. Going back now.
Yeah. He heard you.
Yeah.
But no, I must be unoriginal, or I must continue the same assault that failed my teammates.
Milkman must throw a nade next. Oh, there we go. Oh no, those are both smokes, so he can throw back.
But it looks like he was just shifting around to get those smokes in a position, and now he's going to go over along that bus side rotation. I think he's going to get caught out by the one at red car. He's not expecting it, can't find the shots in the head. Actually does get the trade, but doesn't matter as Stone Cold Killers take the round.
Milkman getting the only kill for his team. Let me change that name there, so a little better. I'm sorry, I was a little rushed when I wrote that.
Now we're going to have to pay attention to the clock.
Yes, very much so.
Accurate.
I got you, Ned. You don't have to worry about a thing.
Okay.
I do know. The Stone Cold Killers won that round.
Yes.
So I'm gonna give them that one.
I got
I
that
am-
much.
I am a fair and ruling league caster. We do have the same objective here as comp lobby rules state. Interesting to see how Stone Cold Killers approach Ember's defense.
I wonder why you would... I feel like red car, out of like any of these objectives to cap, you don't really gain much from getting across the street. I feel like if you're going to invest time and energy, you should your best choice is to smoke objective and try and utilize the car, the fence, look for some picks, get a shield in there maybe, but I think to even take that far north side of objective doesn't give you a lot, so not sure what we'll see out of Stone Cold Killers.
I can see down lane.
We dive into round number 2.
And it looks like that the clock is correct.
Beautiful.
Which is a good sign. Not all hope is lost tonight. Not all hope is lost.
Everything's right in the world.
Exactly. I mean, from Knight's point of view, everything is normal. I'm doing the scores.
Deflate here looking for Hellfire, who's Hailfire, excuse me, who's really just sitting out here totally exposed. Deathblade, yep, spots him and gets an easy kill through the shrubs.
All the action is happening on that side. Some firing going on by the...
Wow, Rob's been completely smoked out. Those are some good hook shot smokes there. Rob's getting denied vision on this corner, and yeah, they're heavily smoking south side. They want to take out Rob. They want to push in towards that car. And the coordinated smokes coming in here across all fronts. This is 10 smokes, I think, coming out. 1, 2, 3. Doesn't matter. Rob's trying to find some shots. He does find one.
Deathblade able to crouch up against this barrier. Will he be able to take out Rob, or will he be too focused on objective? Deathblade does duck in time. Rob also is a very defendable position there. We're probably going to see some trench warfare here.
Oh, I think he ran out of ammo as he peeked that final corner, and Rob with a double kill here, and then another for Vortex, and Stone Cold Killers are losing guys left and right.
Beyond Infinity is crashing, but as I say that, he goes down. Anticlimactic.
He should be lane 4.
Shots from Vortex there, grabbing some kills, and they even know where he is. Rob, he'd be able to find himself a 3rd kill here.
Very much so. And Miracle Dev, I'm sure he knows he's the last guy.
I thought I saw him through the bush.
Well, now he does now. Now he's choosing to go attack from the other side than the side where everybody worked from. Work to at least attempt to secure with not much avail.
Confirming kills.
Playing the sneaky game.
Creeping and crawling. He's trying to do what that last guy on Ember was trying to do last round, and it is a tall order to say the least.
Yes, it is a 4v1 is not really easy to work with. We have seen it before.
He had some nades, more options to cover. I think I could see it as a possibility, but I think he's out of utility. He has to either get across that street. Yeah, he did. He has to get across the street, or at least go towards red car if he wants to do it. Oh my gosh, Vortex.
Good clicks, good clicks.
Just able to peek through that bush like it's nothing.
I heard right at the end as I keyed into his perspective, good clicks. So I wonder if his defenders up here on the other side of the house were giving him, you know, calls that there's a guy, hey, there's a guy near me. And so he had his eyes trained on these shrubs and managed to grab that. But yeah, that was a fantastic shot through the shrub to get that final kill.
Very good shooting from the side of Stone Cold here. Very good teamwork, too.
Yeah. A lot of communication, both sides really. Ember also trying to, so they're moving up together. Saw a lot of good smokes coming in there, and
we will be seeing the same objective again. This is the oh yeah, we might have a, yes, we do have a remake. They did leave, so
the joys of, well, could be in this one pretty quick though. These guys are,
maybe Dante just really likes that objective, you know. If so, more power to him. It's his game.
really wants people on that red car.
Yes.
You have garage objectives that are upcoming. Round 3. Stone Cold Killers leading 2-0. Gonna take that series and exactly the kind of round that they've been needing. You know, looking at their Stone Cold Killers match of this season, they've only played 2 games, so they haven't had their MMR even set yet. They've lost once to Animal House and once to Cold Steel. Both rounds pretty close, 11 to 8, 9. So they can grab this one, 12-3. Take Suburbia dominantly and then grab their 3rd map in strong fashion. They can salvage their MMR placement ranking, so to speak, and come out in a decent place.
Just gonna interrupt you really quick. You think that score is proper?
I think there.
Just making sure I'm doing my job. And if I'm not, I'll probably hear from chat too, right?
Well, at the very least, Snowman will let you know.
Going into this round now is the garage objective, as I believe NightFiree stated before.
Wonder if Stone Cold Killer is going to opt for any aggressive defensive positioning. Fatalbot giving a wave to the crowd there.
Hi, Potato. Imagine that they're going to take middle house. Maybe just stop there and try to just defend that, but yep. Enigma, she's going to do exactly what I said. Will he get that pick, though? That's almost trying to look for him. That is Hailfire.
Yeah, you have to be careful peeking that window. I think he's going to hold the angle he's holding now, watching APC, and a little over-aggression. Oh, no. I actually thought that was definitely going down, but Miracle Dev actually finds a pick. He's pushed up really far into this playground area up by Humvee.
Or smoke's going out by the what many people call the APC, but it's actually considered an 8TV, as I heard from Mr. Death.
8's coming out. Enigma not finding any shots. You know they're over here. Does catch Milkman out finally.
There might be another one on the south side.
Shots coming from the playground area. Definitely finding Switch 202.
Shuts down that west side approach. Leads it up to Hailfire. He's gonna have to deal with the potential flanker. He's trying to jump rounds through the wood. Can't find any shots and has the backup of Vortex, who grabs himself a double. Ember now into a 2v3.
Say, Stone Cold Killers has turned the fire to, well, embers. Sorry, it's just too obvious.
Hey, look to your left, look to your left. No, behind the wall on your left. I believe they're down to you.
Enigma hasn't even moved from that corner at all. Aside to find that one pick, but holding that angle.
I think our time's right.
Yes, I do believe it was right.
You guys got all the time in the world. 4 minutes left. Work with, and I think their best tactic going in through car part. They gotta take Enigma out. Actually, don't need to take middle house, really. Enigma's so tucked in. But they could afford to push their way up, all the way up to tank, really.
Who's in the house? Got him.
Hailfire going down after a really fatal mistake. That was a peek, trying to see if he could find anybody on objective and maybe neutralize them. But
Fatalbot using
that was
several
a no you moment.
Yeah, sorry. Fatalbot using several layers of cover there. Sitting back way behind the garage. And the last one, Enigma finally peeking out from his corner, catches Vortex. And another round for Stone Cold Killers.
I believe. No, that is not the game. The score is currently 3-0. Exactly. Ember's got to find some wins here if they wanna be able to at least win this game or stay in it. I'll say that.
Yeah, it's a long comeback road ahead here as they're gonna need 4 unanswered wins. They want to take the map. They keep themselves into the series. Gonna be a tough one. Looks like
Very much.
getting told the score is 2-1.
I do not believe that is true. Because let me message the other team and see their opinion. Because no, this will be the 4th round because we had 2 on the. We had 2 on the red car, and then it stayed. So we reset, and then it's the garage, and
I don't know. They're saying it's fun. Whatever. Apparently, we had some. I don't. The score is. I do not know who's winning rounds. The colors are changing, and I don't think either one of us are track of this. So.
y'all can blame Todd for that. That's on me.
Nah, it's fine. It's hard. It's really hard.
Ember has found a win then, I guess under my nose.
Yeah, I don't know when that happened. I don't know, I guess, team names well enough, but I don't remember them getting a round early. But if they're fine with the score, then it's apparently a thing. So both teams going ahead into our next round is 2-1 Stone Cold Killers.
Which means Ember can have a chance to tie this up and make it an even game.
Aggressive early push beyond Infinity, taking quick control of center house, and I wonder how fast he's going to charge for these stairs. Rob's tucked in, and he radios that in, so that's information. Ooh, and this is bad news for Ember to start the round off as they lose control of the middle house.
Shit, you scared me, man.
Very crucial. You can start getting picks on the Volk spawn house from middle house and have excellent cover in those windows. Absolutely bad news for members of Ember. And make matters worse here, the defense point is getting smoked.
Definitely grabs another pick. Yeah, there's another shot from Miracle, catches Switch. Vortex with a refrag, but the push is coming. The smokes are out. Stone Cold Killers 4-1. Milkman's probably the best, one in the best position, but a nice, well-placed frag to catch him out. We'll see if Enigma's going to be ready for his spot. Tucked into the corner as Vortex grabs another.
He's not out of the fray yet. He can be rezzed if they use a smoke, potentially. And they are going to use a smoke, pushing it pretty far up, actually. Maybe disguising it as a push, but it's really an effort to save a comrade. Tatobot's calling out to his teammates. But we are looking at Enigma and Milk right next to each other. Enigma gets Milk, but Milkman's not down. He should probably call him out. And he just he can't kill Milkman.
See if Vortex rotates around. That rotation could cost him his life if he's too greedy and tries to go for this res here. Enigma is pushing up. Confirmed his teammate and then got killed for it. Stone Cold Killers now have 3 points. Take the lead 3-1.
We are keeping track. You do not have to worry. Defilade. And we are going back to the red car. I don't know if they're gonna want to reset, but I don't think you can do that according to the rules, right?
We'll see if they. We've definitely had league matches with bugs before where we've replayed. I mean, heck, I remember rounds at OC5 where we replayed objectives. So it used to be a thing that had happened, and we played through it. We'll see if we do, and we're not going to.
We are a very flexible league.
And now we're gonna play the objective roulette game while we try and find one that we haven't played yet.
And the score was 3-1. Deathblade, I am writing that down so you don't have to worry about it.
We're only doing like one or two things, right? Fine.
Yeah.
For you.
You underestimate my forgetfulness.
Oh, I'm being very sarcastic. I got a lot on our plate here. We do apologize if a little score hiccup happens here and there.
We will
Hopefully
definitely
this
review
won't-
this later.
Yeah, this won't be an issue in tonight's matchup. G-Men versus Blaze. We'll be on 1.4, and ideally everything will be crisp and clean and operating smoothly in the spectating realm there.
Stone Cold Killers there, even though the name doesn't show up yet, are on their final point here. They can get two. Well, they can't actually. So if they win this, it will be a 4-1. They will win the map and the game.
Yeah, we are in the lovely scoreboard realm, so all our scores are up to date and in order, so no worries there. Patiently wait for it here as we hop into
Tank objective.
Yeah, at tank objective, one of the tougher objectives to defend. Stone Cold Killers do have their work cut out for them. Definitely an opportunity for Ember to get 2 points, tie things up.
It is a very capable objective, so let's see if Ember can tie this up.
I have one.
I'm not
I
gonna
have
lie.
one of them if you guys want it.
That one makes for some great television.
I'm
Anybody
gonna
want
smoke
one?
the driveway, the carport. I'm gonna smoke that area and try to push up that way.
Nice one.
Early smoke going out by that tank there. But it isn't really covering the objective that much.
Definitely
One
window position finds 2 before getting tagged.
I'm down to need right now.
This is Resable, so doing some work there.
And you probably can call Hailfire right now, and Hailfire doesn't choose to go for the double tap here.
Miracle Dev on the rotation for the res catches out Hailfire and Carport. And just like that, Ember are down to 2. Switch is pushed up into these smokes. He actually has one on him. Miracle Dev doesn't see this now, finally catches him exposed, and we're into a 1v5.
It's all up to Milkman. Will he be able to keep his team afloat for this map? It's not looking like it, but I'm rooting for you, man. Tank going out. He gets defilade.
Hard push around that corner and dodge the flash, but Potato Bot across the street and Garage catches him out, and Stone Cold Killers take the series and the second map 4-1.
Remember, we have banned Tanker and Cargo, so
Bazaar
We've
maybe,
played
probably
14.
Downfall, I'm gonna guess.
Bazaar or Downfall are popular choices, even though We still have Subway available if we wanted to play a wild match. We are rehosting again. I'm going to... I don't have to write down the score this time. This is wonderful.
Little reminder, if you are just tuning in, to stop by later tonight, T-minus 1 hour and 40 minutes. Blaze versus G-Men's match will be kicking off. It'll be an exciting one to see two gold tier teams battling it out.
I think Knight has a bit of a bias.
Oh, I like the gold. I mean, right now we're watching a silver and bronze matchup, and we've been watching a lot of those, so it's always exciting to cast gold tier matchups and
Definitely
higher.
so.
It's definitely going to be a good one. You know, Blaze, strong team. G-Men,
So are Demon.
So, yeah, should be a solid battle.
I think we consider them rivals. I don't know. You would know who your rivals are. Knight. Who would your rivals be?
Oh, I don't know who my rivals are. I don't play on the. I don't play for G-Men very much these days anymore.
But nonetheless, you still are. G-Men.
I'm on the roster in spirit, I think, at this point.
Well, you heard from him, folks.
I had something happen to my arm.
Maybe James has heard our prayers.
I don't
I'm
know.
still in the lobby, and we can still finish up this match for you guys. Bring it to a close as we watch Todd mess up the score somehow, which I still don't think I did, but hey, Blaze got a point. I'm sorry, not Blaze. Ember got a point. All this talk of fires has confused me.
You're in the lobby, Todd. What's our next map going to be?
Our next map is going to be Bizarre. The objective to defend for Ember here, they chose to be on both, will be the Humvee ice cream truck. Or Middle Road, as some other people would call it. It's got a bunch of names. There's a lot of defining aspects about this objective.
A lot of varied callouts.
Very much so. Onward is like a globe, you know. Every team has got its own language. Different way of calling different things. Something that's really special about it. It is a very capable objective, though. Despite this objective being affectionately named fairly obvious things, it is fairly hard to defend, too. I think I had my first cap on this objective, which is actually saying something. There's not much of a cap. And you know what? I realized something. I think we did play Ember, and it was against Ember that I capped.
All the games are just blurs for me now. It's hard to differentiate.
It's getting there to me. It's getting there for me. Sometimes I have to go onto the site and kind of look back and try to think. We are seeing a bit of a delay here on the start of the game. we all know, the world does revolve around NightFiree.
I mean, frankly, I don't know what happened to my Onward. But there's an update now. Here I am.
Do not believe I've had an update.
I know.
Which is kind of weird.
Yeah.
Maybe you're special.
That executive branch.
And they did message me, and they are asking if we are waiting on you. I'm going to say yes.
Okay.
It's really wait on a friend.
Yeah, I'm coming. I am joining any second.
Hear the wonderful thunder of the intro. The rolling thunder, with no lightning in the background though. That isn't meteorologically correct. Someone write that word down. Or actually, I'm going to write that word down for words that Todd cannot pronounce.
You got it right.
Albeit very slowly. You do not. That is a problem.
If I'm on it.
I believe you are on a new build.
Huh.
Well, that is... Onward kind of getting the final say there. Hopefully not.
So just bear with as we try and hash out these things.
Any luck on your end, sir?
We have not gone anywhere. If you are still hanging out, you're just now dealing with tech difficulties. Todd, do you have an update on what they're planning? Are they going to play their rounds out without us?
They are playing their rounds. If you want, I can just give you the play-by-play.
I think we're just going to have to cut the stream here then. I guess we will keep people updated. I mean, the only way to check is just check league reports. But the series already went to Stone Cold Killers. They took it 8-2 in the first 2 maps, and yeah, I think they're
Very
going to play
much
out their
and
final
the initial,
map. Yeah, I just can't get in there.
And in the initial minutes of this round in Bazaar, it's looking like Stone Cold Killers will once again dominate.
Okay. So a similar trend there as Stone Cold Killers.
Very similar now.
Yeah.
Ember only has 1 man up against 4.
Yeah, they're probably going to go in for something like a 12-3 scoreline is what I would predict. Very similar to their previous matchup. But it is good for Stone Cold Killers. It's what they needed. They were down 2 matches, and now they're finally getting a win under their belt.
Yes, so we have 1 person victorious out of the 2 losers group. So
Yeah.
congrats to Stone Cold Killers.
Won't be casting that final round, but it is on Bazaar, and it does look like Stone Cold Killers already are going to get 1 on the board. But yeah, if you want to stick around for another map, another series in an hour and a half, it is going to be Blaze versus G-Men, casted by yours truly and Sleepy, so don't miss that. And then we have plenty of Onward action tomorrow, believe it or not, just before the Super Bowl. If you want to get that in, we're live in the afternoon. I think we're doing a double header. So keep your eyes peeled there.
Very much. And I will be casting with Noman for European game of Lemon Squad. So be sure to check that out.
That's the double header.
That is the double header. Sweet.
That is it for us tonight, though. Thank you for tuning in to the cast. My name is NightFiree with 2 E's. My co-caster, Todd Haberkorn. Thank you very much, everybody. Adios.